So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, I've just read some crazy news. Apparently, Manny Pacquiao v Errol Spence fight could be blocked. Now, I don't know how true this is. I don't know whether this is going to hold any substance, but apparently, Paradigm Sports, Manny Pacquiao, who signed a contract with Paradigm Sports, apparently is in breach of contract. Boxing Scene have reported this. And could the fight be blocked? This is really, really disturbing news, and news that is, as a boxing fan, as a guy that has been very excited about this fight, um, has really put me off and made me worried whether this fight's going to happen because obviously, apparently, Manny Pacquiao is in breach of contract because apparently Paradigm Sports wanted him to fight Mikey Garcia, and that fight was going to happen possibly, I don't know, maybe in the UAE somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how this has affected Paradigm Sports because obviously for the boxing fans, and the boxing fans are obviously not happy because the boxing fans want to see Manny Pacquiao v Errol Spence. Nobody was really interested in seeing Mikey Garcia v Manny Pacquiao. I think everyone would unanimously agree. Everyone saw that as a nothing fight. But obviously, he probably had some kind of agreement with Paradigm Sports, and which include a Mikey Garcia fight. And then obviously the Mikey Garcia fight didn't come to fruition. And he obviously decided to fight Errol Spence, which probably meant he's now breaching contract. I don't know whether they can block the fight. I don't know whether it's a financial issue where I'm pretty sure if that's the case, who knows, PBC might take care of it. We just don't know. But I'm a bit worried. Hopefully this fight doesn't get stopped. Hopefully this fight doesn't, nothing affects this fight from happening. But obviously this is worrying news. Boxing Scene has reported it. And like I said, a lot of the boxing fans will be very upset if this fight falls through or this fight is stopped, like we had the Joshua. See, in boxing, right, there's a lot of things that, when you sign contracts and stuff, there's a lot of things that can stop fights. Look at the Joshua Fury situation, the arbitration that came in and stopped that fight from happening. So there's, again, if Manny Pacquiao signed a contract, which it's not just financial implications, and it's other things, and Paradigm Sports can stop the fight, then we may end up seeing this fight being stopped. I don't personally think that will happen. I think it will be more maybe financial implications. But then I don't know. I don't know the situation of the contract, so it's only speculation. But the fact is that there are rumors that that Manny Pacquiao is in breach of contract and he's going to be sued, etc. That the fight can be blocked. There's rumblings. Hopefully that is not going to that's going to upset a lot of the boxing fans, and because like I said, a lot of the boxing fans are looking forward to this fight. A lot of boxing fans are really, really want to see this fight. So they'll be very, very upset if this fight was to fall through. I'd be very upset because, like I said, I've done several videos on this fight. And as you guys probably know, I'm very excited for this fight. So if this fight was to fall through, I'll be the first one to admit I'd be gutted. I'd be absolutely gutted. Because like I said, there's probably not as big a boxing fan as me looking forward to this fight. There's probably no one out there looking forward to this fight as much as me because, like I said, it's a legacy fight for Pacquiao. It could create history. It's an opportunity for Errol Spence to take his career to the next level. It's the biggest fight in the year by a country mile. I don't think anything comes close. So if this fight was to be scrapped, it definitely, it'd be like a dagger in the hearts to a lot of boxing fans. So let's see what comes of fruition. Manny Pacquiao's already started camp. Errol Spence has already started camp. This isn't something on Errol Spence's side. They've got nothing to worry about because it's not to do with them. Obviously, in terms of Errol Spence wanting the fight, of course he wants the fight. So he'd hope that this issue gets resolved. But it's more of a Manny Pacquiao issue because he's the one that had the contract with Paradigm Sports. Now Paradigm Sports, I think, is Conor McGregor's management team. I think they're his management team. So I think it's them who Manny Pacquiao signed a deal with, and I think he signed a deal with them to probably fight Conor McGregor. Now, I remember Mikey Garcia giving an interview with Fight Hype, I believe, and he said something along the lines of, he got asked that apparently there's reports that Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Conor McGregor. And I remember Mikey Garcia's comments were, yeah, he will fight Conor McGregor, but he'll fight me first. He'll fight me first. I remember Mikey Garcia saying that. You could probably dig that interview up. I think it was with Fight Hype, where he clearly said that, yeah, he will fight Conor McGregor, but he'll fight me first. I don't know whether there was something in the, something agreed that Manny would fight Mikey and then get a fight with Conor McGregor. I don't know. So maybe this fight against Errol Spence has just come out of the blue, whereas nobody was expecting this fight to happen. Manny Pacquiao probably had plans of going in the other direction because, let's be honest, prior to this Manny Pacquiao Spence fight being announced, everyone seemed to think that Manny was going to fight Mikey Garcia. If I'm not mistaken, didn't his manager even put up a poster? I think he did. I'm not sure for 100%. Didn't he actually put up a poster putting up Pacquiao Garcia? And a lot of the fans thought that's it. That's a done deal. Manny Pacquiao will fight Mikey Garcia. But then all of a sudden we kind of got a curveball and he decided to fight Errol Spence. It was kind of, the fight came out of the blue as well. Let's be honest, the fight, the Manny Pacquiao Garcia fight was made out of the blue. Nobody was expecting it and it just got made. So, something tells me maybe it's just one of them where, it just got made like that. Manny probably saw the numbers, saw the, the financials behind the fight and thought, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to create history, legacy. Also, it's financially the most lucrative deal out there. And at the time, he didn't think of the legal implications, and just, probably thought this is the best financial option, which I reckon it probably still is. Let's see. I don't know what the situation is, so we can't really speak. We don't know whether it's going to be financial implications, which most likely will be, but will Paradigm Sport have the power to actually stop the fight? I don't know. I don't know. So only time will tell what actually happens. But as a boxing fan, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen because, like I said, all of us, and all of you guys that have been on my live as well, and guys, I'll get into that in a minute, but all of you guys that have been on my live as well have all been looking forward to this fight and all excited about this fight, about Pacquiao Spence. So we just don't want to see this fight being affected in any shape, way or form. We want to see this fight happen. And actually, this now becomes a big issue to talk about in the live later, which I am planning to do 8:30, 8, 9. I'm trying to get 7 to 9. I'm going to try to get it done. I'm going to go gym first and then come back and then probably get the live done with you guys, sit down and we'll talk boxing. But this will be a very, very big part of our discussion because I actually think now this is something that we need to discuss because actually this could affect the fight. So we'll talk about the fights yesterday, Gervonta Davis, Lomachenko, but then this becomes a very big talking point because there's a possibility the biggest fight of the year could be affected. We just don't know yet. We haven't been given enough information. Obviously, if you guys know anything, more than welcome in the live and give your take on what you've read and heard and what you think is going on behind the scenes. But also there's a issue with Donaire and Casemiro, which I'm gonna address in a separate video, maybe tomorrow. So yeah, let's hope as boxing fans that nothing affects this fight. Nothing stops this fight from happening because, as I said, we're all excited and we've all been looking forward to it. I haven't spoke to any of you that hasn't been excited about this fight. And let's be honest, the Mikey and Manny Pacquiao fight, nobody was really excited. Everybody saw that. I remember when I did videos on that, everybody saw that as a nothing fight. Everybody saw that as a fight which doesn't really excite them. It doesn't really excite them because they didn't really... Firstly, they thought Manny Pacquiao would win that fight. Secondly, they just... A lot of the fans, even in the Philippines that I spoke to, didn't seem to be too excited about the fight. I think they'd love Manny Pacquiao fighting, period, because they love Manny Pacquiao and they love to see him fight. But I don't think even they were that excited. They wanted to see Manny fight Errol Spence. So I do think that if this fight was to be blocked in any shape or form, there'll be a lot of unhappy boxing fans because, like I said, we all want to see Manny Pacquiao fight Errol Spence. I don't think there's a fight we want to see. I think the only other fight was Terence Crawford. It was either Spence or Crawford that we wanted to see. Manny Pacquiao always fights the best. He always fights the best competition. He always fights the best guys out there, and that's one thing you got to give Manny Pacquiao credit for. That he always takes on this. He always takes on stiff competition. And even at this late stage in his career, where he could have fought someone like Mikey Garcia, which, by the way, would have been a very credible fight. Mikey Garcia was like, before he fought Errol Spence, was on everyone top 10 pound for pound list. And it's crazy how he loses to a guy that's 2 weight classes above, and all of a sudden he goes out of everyone's top 10. Nobody even rates Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is a world-class fighter. And by the way, I think Mikey Garcia could do a lot of damage at 140. And I even think he could beat some guys at 147. I definitely think he could beat virtually everyone at 140 and 135. He's capable of. But I just feel like once you lose one fight in this modern day of boxing, you become all of a sudden a nobody, and you all of a sudden become somebody that's not relevant anymore, which is absolute nonsense. So yeah, I think the Manny Pacquiao Mikey fight would have been a very credible fight at this stage in Manny Pacquiao's career. It's just that the Manny Pacquiao Spence or Crawford fight was just something that his fans and boxing fans would rather have preferred. And I actually think if Manny had fought Mikey, they would have said, oh, Manny's ducking this, that, and the other. But then Manny Pacquiao showed that he's not afraid of anyone, even at 42. He's willing to fight everyone and anyone. And he took on the challenge of fighting Errol Spence. So we just hope that this fight doesn't get blocked and this fight does happen. Let's see, man. Let's see. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you know any more information, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also in the live, we'll have a discuss about it. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I will see everybody later, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.